It's also a day where it's a new year, and most of us are fired up with New Year's resolutions, right? But it's pretty tough to stay on track.
Yeah, for more than a couple days at least. Joining us with some strategies to help you be successful and make sure your good intentions don't go to waste is author and founder of Outperform the Norm, Scott Welle. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So first off, what is Outperform the Norm? Because it's not just a book, it's a program.
It's a movement.
Okay, it's a movement.
But it basically allows people to get the best out of themselves day in and day out by looking at their psychology, what's going on in your mind, as well as your physiology and what's going on in your body.
And that's kind of your background.
It is. My background is working with high-level and elite-level athletes on the psychology and on the mental component, as well as the fitness and the physiology component.
Okay.
So we know that you have the expertise to tell people how to stick with it and perform well. We just saw what Lindsey Vonn did today. She doesn't hold back. Well, let's go over your strategies then. We'll start with number one, narrow your focus. What do you mean and how can we do this?
Well, I mean, a common mistake that I see people make is they set too many resolutions.
Yes.
So, or they have too many kind of subcomponents of one resolution. So let's take just a really popular one, weight loss. And then most people say, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2015, and they'll say, I need to cut out alcohol, and I need to eat more fruits and vegetables, and I need to drink more water, and I need to sleep more, and I need to work out 5 days a week. But this is what people do. And before you know it, you've got 6 or 8 different things that you're looking at, and you really need to narrow that down. Narrow it down to one thing, and at the most maybe 2, and really give that your 100% focus and your undivided attention. And I'm actually a fan of 30-day kind of goals or challenges where you just focus on those things for 30 days and then you move on and then you grab 1 or 2 more and you continue to do that.
So if you want to say someone has the resolution of losing 10 pounds, can you do it in kind of a 30-day challenge? Let's say, oh, January I'm going to drink half as much pop as I do. And then February you go, okay, now I'm going to cut out this food, and that type of thing will kind of get you there?
I mean, progress may be a little bit slower if you're doing it that way, but the fact of the matter is, even if you're making slower progress, at least you're moving forward.
Achievable
as
goals.
Opposed to you set 8 different things, and now all of a sudden on February 1st, you're right back to where you were on December 31st. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. All right, your strategy number 2 is shape the environment. Describe exactly what that means and how that works.
Maybe you've heard the line, failing to plan is planning to fail.
Okay, yeah.
It's when you set a resolution, how can you step back and how can you think about really making it as easy as possible for you to have success? So it's really simple things. If you're trying to clean up your eating habits, maybe you buy a bunch of healthy food, cook a lot of meals, put them in Tupperware, stick them in your refrigerator so they're ready to go. If you're trying to exercise first thing in the morning, set out your workout clothes the night before, your iPod, a bottle of water, your shoes, so you can literally just roll out of bed and go right to it. But it's really thinking about and taking a step back instead of just kind of jumping into it and trying to figure it out. Like, how can I make this as easy as possible for me to have success and plan that?
I love it, yes. Planning, very important. Okay, number 3, find strength in numbers. What does that mean exactly?
Life is better with people. So find other people that are going to help you along in your journey. And all of social psychology is based on the motivation and the accountability that you get from other people. So find someone, whether it's a family member, a friend, or a coworker, and ideally it would be someone else that would have similar goals to yours, and then involve them in the process. And I promise you, if you do that, as opposed to just going out and trying to tackle it alone, you're going to be so much more successful.
Yes. All right. Number 4 and the last one, reinforce yourself. How do we do that?
Well, I mean, as humans, we're kind of motivated by visual and tangible progress.
Absolutely.
So honestly, like when we sit here on January 1st and we say, okay, this is my New Year's resolution, I know even speaking from personal experience, it can be kind of daunting to say, I'm going to do this for 365 days. And I'm actually a fan of going and just buying like a big old calendar and like take that calendar, paper calendar, and put it on your desk or your fridge or bedroom or bathroom, wherever it may be, somewhere where you're going to see it. And then each time you perform whatever behavior you're trying to do, put a big X or something through that day. And what you're going to find is as you see the days and as the weeks accumulate, you're going to be motivated and you're going to start to become accountable to that.
I like that.
And really, you're not going to want to break your streak of however many days or however many weeks you've done.
Or you could just go back to the second grade philosophy and just one giant sticker on each day.
Stickers work.
Star.
Stickers
Star.
would work too. Exactly. Stack them up. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Awesome. Great advice. Great tips. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah.
Scott Welle. from scottwelle.com.
Yep, and for more information, you can go right to that website. All right, Tom, over to you.
I like it. Good stuff. Thanks, guys.